This is Dr. Archibald. This is ViewNdo 3.3 on Palmer and Scene. So listen to the jing below here. Write a one-page response, about 300 words, where you say what you learned from reading and listening to the jing of this section below and how you might implement these ideas into your own paper. Post your response to the text box in D2L. Okay, so this is on Scene and its components. Note 1. What can be transmitted to the reader best by a scene? Identify the scenes that make up the story in your essay. A scene includes who, what, when, where, what people said, and even what people said they thought at the time, using interior monologue. So a scene occurs in a particular place. Usually the narrative of one or more others are there at a particular time. Something happens, people converse. Sometimes someone thinks about something. Okay, so not all these things occur in a scene, but these things make up particular scenes, okay? When these elements change significantly, it may be a new scene. Note 2. As I've been saying from the beginning of this course, I want you to read these essays from a writer's point of view. A writer reads an essay like Palmer's The Reader is the Protagonist for techniques she can use to write her essay. Since you are enrolled in a college writing class, all of you are writers and should assume the identity of a writer when approaching the course readings. When you read like a writer, pay attention to the effects the writer's language has on you. Language has particular effects on us. It can make us angry, it can make us wonder, it can make us laugh, etc. One of the most important things language can do is to make us feel emotion, because emotion gets us involved with what the writer is writing, so we read on. It's logical then to assume that if you can evoke emotion in the reader, then your writing will be read and you will be a successful writer, at least in that sense. But there is a general mystery as to how emotion is evoked in a piece of writing. I am of the school that emotion is evoked when the writer uses concrete nouns, strong verbs, and few, if any, adjectives, and by putting readers securely in time and space so they can see bodies in motion. Palmer definitely employs these techniques in this selection from her essay, The Reader is the Protagonist. We were still living together then, though I'd begun the affair that would end us. He doled out the story of the murder at the tail end of a hellishly surreal fight that began with a dropped plate, but soon enough was about everything. I started the fight, or he did. I don't remember anymore. What I do remember is my desperate need to get away from what he was telling me, running from kitchen to living room to bedroom. Okay. So the flow here of the narrative and scene is explosive. The verb doled gives a picture, while the adverb phrase hellishly surreal provides the atmosphere. The noun phrase dropped plates sets off the action in the scene in the kitchen. And the story within the essay of the murder propels the narrator swiftly from room to room. You see all of this, from the plate smashing on the floor to the ugly words to the fight. The compression that is evident in the last sentence, running from to is startling and makes you see both the action and the behavior of the two people in stark contrast. Okay, she uses a lot of other kinds of scenes too, where she's in the office with the publisher's assistant and other places, but this particular scene here really appeals to me because it's very specific, but it's fast-paced. You see things happening. The angry words, the plate, the running from room to room. All of those things are very action-oriented and very concrete, with very little descriptiveness. The action comes in the verbs and the concreteness comes in the nouns. Okay? All right, thanks. Bye.